Chapter 1. The Girl in the Shadows. Only the echoes of laughter and whispered taunts filled the halls of the high school as Qiao Yiman remained a shadow on the periphery. Each day began the same, the lingering heaviness of anticipation, the rustle of feet finding their places, and the familiar pang of anxiety tightening in her chest. The cafeteria buzzed with a cacophony of energetic conversations, but Yiman felt invisible, her existence barely acknowledged by most. She let her long, wavy black hair fall like a curtain around her face, hoping it would provide some semblance of shelter. Her jeans and oversized hoodie didn't do much to shield her from the glaring eyes of her peers. She shuffled past the lunch tables, searching for a quiet corner to sit, a place where she could fade from existence and just draw. Her sanctuary awaited in the art room, a refuge where she could let colors speak for her when she couldn't muster the courage to share her own voice. But as she turned the corner toward her destination, her heart sank. In the art room, the door had been left slightly ajar, and familiar laughter filtered through the crack. Even her haven was tainted with the shadows of her reality. Her gut tightened with disbelief. She had sworn she would find solace there. Quiet moments with her paints, the soft scrape of a brush against canvas, were the only interactions she craved. "Look, it's the invisible girl," a voice called out, and an immediate ripple of cruel laughter followed. Yiman froze in her tracks. She recognized that voice Ting Wei, a notorious bully known for her sharp tongue and sharper jabs. She could handle whispers, could manage the sidelines, but this was a direct strike. Yiman felt her cheeks flush, a heat blooming beneath her skin. "You should take a picture. It'll last longer," Zhang Yuhan, her lifelong friend, shot back with a feisty retort, rushing to Yiman's side like a guardian. Zhang's petite frame contrasted with her fierce spirit, her bright blue eyes blazing as she faced their tormentor. Yiman could always rely on Zhang to have her back, to be the voice she often lacked. Ting Wei scoffed, but chose to retreat, flanked by her loyal entourage. "We're not the ones who need the images. You're the one who's stuck in a fantasy land, Yuhan. Bet she'd rather be on the artboard than in here. Right, Yiman?" "Oh, let's go, Jiang urged, grabbing Yiman by the arm as she led her away, but not before Yiman managed to cast a quick glance at Maria Sanchez. The new girl stood near the entrance, observing everything with the kind of calm confidence that made her a natural leader. She quickly gained respect among their peers. Maria's presence was refreshing yet intimidating. She seemed to radiate warmth that others gravitated toward effortlessly. The art room, like the heart of a beloved sanctuary, awaited them. It gave Yiman the bubble of protection she needed. It was filled with canvases, vibrant hues spilling out from paint tubes and remnants of old proj. "A talent show? What does that have to do with me?" Her voice was barely above a whisper, but Jiang's bright smile illuminated the room. "Come on, Yiman. You need to show the world what you can do. What about those pieces you've been working on? If anyone has the skill, it's you. But what if no one pays attention? Or worse, what if I mess up?" Yiman's insecurities bubbled to the surface like a bitter ingredient she couldn't seem to rid herself of. "Look," Zhang said, a seriousness lacing her tone. "You can't be afraid of what people think. This could be your moment to shine. Think about it, the chance to show people that you're more than what they see." In Yiman's chest, a flicker of doubt fought against the warmth of Zhang's enthusiasm. It was true that she had been buried under a heap of silence for too long, but the thought of stepping into the spotlight petrified her. She considered it a moment where she could step away from being invisible, but the weight of her fears was heavy. Just then, the door swung open, and Maria entered with her trademark radiance. "Hey, you two, have you heard about the talent show yet? It's going to be epic. I'm hoping it brings everyone together. I want it to be a chance for everyone to share their talents comfortably." Her energy filled the room, and Yiman couldn't help but absorb some of it. "What's your talent?" Jiang asked, a teasing glint in her eye. "I can juggle." and I have a pretty good karaoke voice." Maria laughed, her laughter contagious. "But really, I'm just excited to see what everyone can bring. I think you, Yiman, should shine. You're an amazing artist." Caught off guard by Maria's sparkling sincerity, Yiman looked down at her sketchbook. "I don't know. I'm not used to performing in front of others." "Who says you have to perform?" Maria's perspective shifted. "You could do an exhibition. Show your art, express yourself. I'll be there cheering you on, I promise." As Maria spoke, a small seed of courage began to sprout within Yiman. It would be terrifying, exposing her art and herself like that. But somewhere inside her, a voice whispered that perhaps she was worthy of being seen. "Maybe," Yiman murmured softly, but it was as if even voicing it sent shockwaves through her. "Maybe I could try." "That's the spirit," Jiang beamed, her face lighting up like the sun. "Just picture it," Maria added, her enthusiasm infectious. "You'll show everyone who you are." Yiman imagined it, the art room full of students, her work displayed for all to see. She could feel her heart race in excitement and fear intermingling as she played with the possibilities in her mind. A sliver of hope emerged, daring to blaze where doubt had ruled for too long. Afternoon crept toward evening, turning the art room into a canvas painted by soft golden light. Yiman lost herself in the colors as she sketched, her ideas bursting forth. Maria's encouragement ignited a fire that began to melt her trepidation. She would "They're not just about talent. They're about connection, about expression. You don't realize it, but stepping into the light opens doors to people who will appreciate you." Yiman nodded, her heart swelling with an uncharacteristic resolve. Maybe the time had finally come for her to find her voice, quietly, perhaps, but undeniably there. Perhaps that's what the art show would be, her artistry echoing back from the world around her. Later that evening, at home, Yiman sat cross-legged on her bedroom floor, sketching as the sounds of her family filled the background, a comforting reminder that she belonged somewhere. Among the markers and paintbrushes laid her potential, embodying what she often felt, an artist ready to emerge from the shadows and share her gifts with the world. The corners of her lips curled upward in a soft smile, and for the first time in a long while, Yiman could see the beginnings of a new chapter, one of resilience, expression, and perhaps, finally, being seen.